Good evening, Hydro Visionaries, and welcome back to your favorite retro futuristic broadcast straight from the Martian frontier. I'm Tommy, and tonight we're rewinding the timeline and fast forwarding the future of fish keeping on Mars, circa 2525. Strap in like you're slotting an NES cartridge because we're about to boot up the greatest aquatic simulation ever attempted. First, let's talk atmosphere, our level 1 boss fight. Mars gives us roughly 1% of Earth's air pressure, and that's like trying to breathe through a floppy disk sleeve. So we hit the restart button on terraforming by unleashing microwave charged sunbursts at the polar caps, vaporizing all of that frozen CO2 like loading a laser disc. We then corral that gas under giant inflatable domes, each gussied up with retro pixel art piping. Inside, we see glass bioreactors with custom-coated cyanobacteria and spirulina, our microbial NPCs. Chewing through CO2 and spitting out precious O2 like a perfect 8-bit loop. Next, water, our precious resource and ultimate cheat code. Hidden beneath red regolith lies subsurface ice, our H2O jackpot. We drill with sonic-driven augers, channel steam through braided neon-insulated pipes, then condense it into multi-layer habitat pods. Picture an old-school arcade cabinet, each layer of the pod a CRT screen stacked in a tower, jacked with radiation shielding regolith panels. We ramp the internal pressure to a cozy 0.8 to 1 ATM so your tilapia and cichlids feel right at home. No cheat codes required. Now the star attraction, closed-loop aquaculture rigs. Think of this as the ultimate sandbox mode. Every fish is both player and power-up. They poop ammonia, which feeds hydroponic beds sprouting duckweed and algae, our green screen filtering system. Those plants would then scrub toxins, pump fresh O2 back into the tanks, and cycle water like a top-tier turbo filter. Lurking in biofilter bricks are nitrifying bacteria, the unsung NPC heroes converting waste into nitrates your plants inhale. It's a perfect symphony of fish flora and firmware. But what's a game without characters? Enter our Martian MVPs. Tilapia in cryo eggs, thawed under 0.38 G gravity, ready to spawn like extra lives. Next up, we have Madaka rice fish, which are transparent-bodied fish letting us debug organ growth in real time. Then the ever-elusive CRISPR Mars guppies, tweaked and altered for UV resistance and cold tolerance. The in-game bosses of adaptation. Next, we'd have to come up with the power. So powering this entire ecosystem is not going to be any type of Sunday cartridge. Solar arrays fan out like neon circuits across Valles Marineris, backed by pint-sized fission reactors humming like a modulated 300 baud connection. Pumps, heaters, and lights run on a ceaseless 24/7 cycle. No pause button needed. Feed? Well, we've turned plant scraps and microbial cakes into fish chow. Seated by automated feed dispensers that look like chunky 1980s joystick controllers, and every gram of food, every watt of power, every drop of O2 gets tallied and conserve credits. Our in-game currency. Earn credits by tending the systems here on Mars. Earn credits by providing for other inhabitants, or by tending algae bioreactors, maybe running some of the hydroponic sims, or logging dome maintenance quests. Miss a week and your fish hit starvation protocol. That's the blue screen of death for your tank. Of course, no dystopian epic is complete without rogue players. Underground biohackers have mapped unregulated craters, smuggling wild guppies into secret lakes that glow electric blue under 2 moons. And black market traders are swapping rare Martian shellfish DNA and back-channel data packets for Earth's crypto credits. And on the fringe, pirate broadcasts crackle with footage of habitat dome breaches, complete with 8-bit sonar pings warning system failure imminent. So, that's your map for building a red planet reef. 1 pixel, 1 cell, 1 fish at a time. Next week, I'll show you how to redneck up an algae reactor from salvaged solar panels, plus the insider trick for hacking your own conserve credit terminal. Until then, keep your pH balanced, your credits topped up, and never forget every fish you save writes a new line of code in humanity's greatest extraterrestrial aquarium. This is Tommy signing off. See you beneath the domes.
But wait, there's more.
Good morning, Martians. I'm Tommy with the Aquatic News Network. Today, we're diving into the red sands of our planet here for the first taste of plant life beyond Earth. Get ready for a green revolution because algae is officially on the menu. Behold, Vallis Marinaris, where solar melt streams carve through the canyon, feeding glass bioreactors lined along the banks. These columns pump nutrient-rich water straight into photobioreactors, turning barren rock into a living, breathing ribbon of green. What do we do with all of this? Well, people on Mars gotta eat too, so let's find a way to make this our food. We could use algae flour, protein isolates, and oils. Could become everything from pasta and patties to crunchy snacks. So here's what's cooking. First up, our green gnocchi, spirulina-infused dough, and freeze-dried potato. Press through your Martian steel dye and boil in mineral broth. Next up, we have algae burgers, protein isolate patties mixed with native grains. Sear in your first cold-pressed algae oil. Finish off with solar oven sand roast. And up next, we have spirulina chips, extruded algae film, flash-dried, seasoned with perchlorate neutralized brine. But everybody's got to pay for this, and as we learned on the last episode, you can earn your conserve credits. So every resource you contribute, water, fish, habitats, earn conserve credits. Chefs and colonists tap credits at automated dispensers for custom 3D printed noodles, crackers, and snacks. It's a self-sustaining cycle. You feed the colony feeds you, and the credits keep the balance. So from canyon-carved algae streams to chef-created gnocchi and printed pasta, Mars is getting its first taste of green. Stay tuned to the Aquatic News Network for every bite of bio-innovation. I'm Tommy, and I'll see you next orbit for more oceanic oddities on the final frontier. Good morning, friends. Today's story isn't about politics, pop stars, or playoff scores. It's about something quieter, something glowing, something that feels like it crawled straight out of a Windows 95 screensaver and into the real world. In April 2025, a citizen scientist named Roger logged a verified sighting of the cave salamander, Eurecia lucifuga, just outside of Kingston, Arkansas. Now, if you grew up watching Beekman's World or flipping through laminated nature cards from the Scholastic Book Fair, this little guy might look familiar. Bright and orange, speckled with black, and built like it's ready to star in a side-scrolling Sega Genesis game. These salamanders aren't new to science. They've been documented in Arkansas since 1913, with museum records from 19 counties across the Ozark Highlands and Boston Mountains. But here's the kicker. They're still showing up, still thriving, still glowing in the damp, shaded crevices of our karst terrain, like nature's lava land. They're not endangered, they're not flashy, but they're important. Cave salamanders are bioindicators, meaning their presence signals a healthy ecosystem. Think of them like the Lisa Frank sticker of the cave world. If they're there, things are probably looking good. And get this, genetics shut... Here we go again with my tongue not working. Gotcha. And get this, genetic studies show they can hybridize with dark-sided salamanders as well, creating offspring with mixed traits. It's like nature's version of a mashup CD from 2003. Unexpected, but oddly beautiful and oddly weird. Roger didn't have a lab coat, he didn't need a grant, he just had curiosity, a camera, and a willingness to look. Now that's citizen science. That's community. That's the kind of quiet magic we don't always see in the headlines. So if you're out hiking, spelunking, or just poking around your backyard like it's a level in Pokemon Snap, keep your eyes open. The next glowing creature might not be on your screen, it might be under your feet. From the Ozark Caves to your living room, this is Tommy reminding you that the wonder isn't extinct. It's just waiting to be noticed.